Happy New Year, everybody. This is the last day of 2019. I decided to take the time and get out on some of my local trails and explore some of my local woodland. And so far it's been great. It's a dark day today. It's heavily overcast. It's raining on and off. The wind is howling. It's been kind of coming and going, but it's pretty persistent. Yeah, we are fully in winter at this point. There's no snow here right now, and it's for all intents and purposes a pretty mild day. I think it's only like 45 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. So there's not a lot of leaves left in this particular area of the forest. But one of the things I was hoping to find today were these really cool big mossy branches. I've seen trees like this. I don't know exactly what they are, but I've seen trees like this on some of my mountain bike rides, and every time I pass by them, I think, wow, that would make a great photo. So today I've just been wandering around trying to find some, and lo and behold, here we are. So I think this is gonna make for a really cool composition. I like that we can see the trunks of the trees going into the ground, and then like they're growing out and towards us, and it's all covered in this green lichen and moss. And we have some ferns here in the foreground, which is pretty cool. And yeah, and everything's just kind of wet and dark, and it feels very, I don't know, it feels very heavy, very ominous, and I love that. If only there was a little bit of mist, that would have been really cool. But can't get everything. So I'm going to be composing this image, and we'll shoot it. We'll see how it looks. So I don't know if this is going to look better as a landscape or a portrait orientation. So I'll probably experiment with both. I'm not using any filters or polarizers or anything today. I don't want to slow this image down at all because it's just so windy. I'll probably get a lot of motion blur. And then there's nothing really to remove glare from. Like there's some waxy leaves and some reflections in the foreground off some of the fallen leaves, but it's, you know, it's nothing that I don't like. In fact, I think it lends itself well to the image as a whole. You know, it's actually kind of a challenging shot. I like it, but the composition is so busy. It's becoming a little bit difficult to like isolate a section of it that makes for a good image. It doesn't look like it's just like this chaos of branches. coming down now. Ooh. Okay, I think we're onto something, and I'm gonna walk you through this composition real quick. Here's our camera, here's our tripod, and now here's the composition I'm thinking. Please focus, there we go. So I love this big full fern right here in the foreground. I think that's beautiful. And it's nice, and it's got a nice sheen on it from the rain. And then up above it, beyond it, we've got these big reaching green mossy branches. And I think that's great. It looks like a shelter, like a canopy above the fern. I think that's really nice. It's a little simplistic, definitely. It's kind of suffering from that like put thing in foreground and then like, I don't know, like it's very like I'll put the word that I'm thinking of here. But I like it, and I think it kind of like really encompasses the feeling of this day. But anyways, yeah, I like this composition. I think it's I think it works. It's gonna be a little challenging to shoot though, because I'm trying to keep everything in focus, and I don't really want to stack any of this because there's so much varying depth throughout the frame, that I'd like to use a smaller aperture. But with that comes a really slow shutter speed, and I really don't want to bump the ISO up too much. Right now we're at like 1/6 of a second. Which, I don't know, it might work. We'll see. I'll have to wait for like a little reprieve from the rain. We'll see if nature gives us that one. Just backing this up so I have a little more room to crop. So, let's set this up. Not set it up, I mean, it's set up. Put a memory card in. Okay, so here we go. Time to shoot, because I am getting soaked and it's getting cold, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. All right, so I did bump the ISO up a little bit on this to 200, just so I can speed up the shutter just a little bit. So right now we're shooting at f8, ISO 200, and a shutter speed of 2.5. It looks like I might have a little water on the lens. There's a little water on everything because it's Washington and it's persistently wet. And I'm just got the trusty old remote shutter release, and I'm sitting here literally just watching my screen, watching the fern, listening to the wind, and then just waiting for a lull where just it's quiet. I know it's not going to move too much. Feeling pretty good about this. And this was a cool place to explore and a cool end to 2019. This is my last photograph of 2019. Started off in Southern California. In fact, 2019 started in the Sierras, and it's ending in the Cascade Mountains of Washington. So that's pretty cool. It's been a big year, a lot of change, a lot of good things. And I'm definitely excited for the future. Not just the future of this channel, but just getting to explore this whole new area, this whole new landscape. So far it's been amazing, and I'm just thrilled to keep going and keep finding new and exciting things to shoot and regions and trails to explore. So it's good. It's good. All right, wrapping up 2019. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I read every single one of them, and I reply to, I believe, every single one of them. And yeah, until next time, take care and Happy New Year, everybody. Let's all have an awesome 2020.